Hi everyone, it's Susie and this is the third video in my series of how to smash the 10 biggest blocks to happiness. So in this video I am going to speak about a pattern that I know a lot of us have, and that is the inability to say no. Saying yes when we really desperately want to say no. And I think that's another thing about women, we're really good at this, and I've spoken to so many women who fall into this category, and I find myself falling back into it every now and then. I'm certainly not perfect, but being aware of it is a huge step to working through this pattern. Now, why do we do it? Well, the inability to say no can be linked with a lot of different things. And I know personally that it can be a soul-destroying habit. It can suck the life and energy out of you. So why do we do it? Well, I've written down some more top points of why we do this. So number one, if I say no, I might offend the person. Number two, they may not like me if I say no. Well, that kind of ties back into one of the other blocks that we talked about, which was caring about what other people think. That we don't want to offend, that we want to be a nice person, that we want to come across caring. If I say no, I might seem like I'm selfish. Oh, goodness me. No woman wants to be thought of as being selfish. Another reason why we might do it is going back again to that innate human need of being accepted. And if we say no, we might be rejected. So how many of you have done it? How many of you said instantly yes when inside you are screaming no? No, I don't want to cat sit for you while you go on holidays. No, I don't want to go to Auntie Jane's 80th birthday party. No, I don't want to pick your kids up from school. We all do it. So I wanted to give you some really practical ways of saying no from a place of love. Because if you continually say yes, again, you are using up your time, your energy, and you can get really resentful. So what can we do to work through this? If you really find it difficult to say an instant no, a really good way of easing yourself into this habit is just saying, I just need to check my schedule and I'll get back to you. You're not saying no straight out. You're giving yourself space and time to see if it's something you really want to do. You might want to do it, but maybe you don't. So that's a really good way to cover yourself, come from a place of respect and integrity, but not tie yourself instantly into agreeing to something you don't want to do. Secondly, it's really important to become aware of why you do this. Going back to some of the things I mentioned, why do you feel you can't say no? And identify that, because a lot of learning is in working out why we do continually what we do, why we repeat these habits, because there is a reason behind it. One other really good way is to start saying no to the small things first, and work your way up to saying no to the bigger things that you don't want to do. And it will get easier every time you do it. One really important thing about this is we need to trust our instincts. You need to trust what's going on inside of you. If your stomach's tightened up into a ball and you're not listening to your gut instincts, then you're going to hurt yourself. So you really need to feel into what's going on inside your body and what it's trying to tell you, and trust your instincts. Another thing is, think of the reasons why you want to say no. Maybe it's because you don't have time, you've got enough on your plate. What you're being asked to do will cause you undue stress and anxiety. You just really don't want to do it. So that's a really important thing. One thing I want you to know is that your self-worth does not depend on how much you do for others. It really doesn't. And assertiveness is about the right to be treated with equal respect. And you know, we might think we're really good at telling ourselves stories of how people are going to react, what's going to happen in the future. But you might find that if you come from a place of love and respect and say no to someone, they'll just go, oh, okay, no worries, that's fine, maybe another time. Because we have this story in our head of how everything's going to work out, and it's not true. We can't predict the future, we can't. So maybe you'll just be surprised. So there are a couple of little ways that you can start implementing this new way of saying no with respect and looking after yourself and your family and doing things that bring you joy instead of doing things that just drag you down. So I hope that's been some good advice for you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.